For years, I've had this plugin, Radiator, sitting in my plugins folder. I bought it a long time ago, but honestly, I've never stopped to really understand this plugin. Never studied how it really works under the hood. I'd prefer Decapitator because it sounded better for me, but that changed. Radiator has become a fundamental piece in my workflow, and today I'm gonna show you how to use it, how it works, and where it came from. Because I think it's so important understanding the context, where the plugin came from. What is the piece of hardware it emulates? So this is the hardware that Radiator emulates, the Altec 1567A, and it was launched in 1958. It has my mom's age. And at that time, it wasn't produced to be a studio gear. It was just a mixer for portable broadcasts, schools, churches, small theaters. So the priest or the pastor or the director of the school would plug a microphone there and they were good to go. But under the hood, this hardware ran 4 vacuum tubes, offering a massive gain. But after just a couple of years of release, the guys from big studios in Detroit, for example, started using on real records. A lot of bands start using it in their shows like Beatles just because the sound was great. It was warm, musical, sometimes gritty. After like a decade, the industry started chasing for more higher fidelity options, and the old Altec tube mixers were replaced by Neve, API, SSL, the transistor-based consoles. So the Altec 1567 was retired and just used on churches and auditoriums, gymnasiums, that kind of situations. And after a long period, some studio engineers like Butch Vig, the Nirvana engineer, recognized that the Altec could be a nice gem for adding warmth and character to the records. So Soundtoys emulated the Altec 1567A, and now you can use to bring that analog warmth to your tracks. So let's understand, it's very simple, but it has some very important concepts here you need to understand before start using. The first thing is the signal flow. We have the input where the signal comes in, and between the input and output we have this equalizer, this shelf equalizer, the bass and treble, and we have the dry wet mix here. There's a noisy and clean mode. The noise has that noise floor, that dusty thing I don't really like in psytrance and techno, because it brings some noise, and sometimes when you master, you compress the sound, it can become a little dirty. And the mic and line option, it's two different flavors, because in the hardware there were two different, how I say in English, impedance. In practical terms, they were like two different EQ curves, and you should always try which one gets the best result in your context. But the most important thing is to understand that the input drives the signal as the output drives as well. So it's like we have two saturators in one plugin. It's very dependent on the input signal. For example, you can see a lot of harmonics. Of course, there's more gain, but a lot of new harmonics. And when I increase the output, it's a kind of a different type of saturation. And if I want to use the input and the output saturation, I must use a utility after to gain stage. It's very nice to use on lead sounds, arps, acid sounds, even on your bass sometimes. Let's see. Fat. It's a subtle difference, a subtle saturation. It can be extreme, but I think in most cases you're not aiming for an extreme saturation with this kind of plugin. You just want a little more, 1% more warm character. Can you hear the fatness? I always like to use this plugin, Swiss Arm meter, or any meter, just to gain stage correctly. Or if I can use the uh, two drivers, the input and output saturation, I need an utility to gain stage the whole thing. Without -16, same -16, but wow. That's it, hope you like it. If you like, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment, it helps a lot. See you in the next video.